Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be discussing a very important aspect which is called communication, right? So I always say communication is not a practice, it's a part of life, right? Because communication is something that which you can practice and then later on you can forget it. It's never like that, right? It's a part of our journey, it's a part of our day-to-day life. Correct. So, and we all know communication is nothing but sharing an information, like how you share an information, right? But I always say communication is not only the way you speak to others, or you just have a conversation with others. It is also about how you speak to yourself, right? And my most theoretical thing, what I would always say about communication is the powerful way of communication is first how you communicate to yourself. I think by now you have got today what we'll be discussing on, right? So, the way you communicate to yourself proves that how powerful your communication is, right? Because a person who can communicate well to himself or herself can definitely be able to communicate better to others, with the others as well. Correct. So that means today we will be discussing about self talk. Exactly. Few people might think this is crazy, but self talk can make a huge difference in our life, right? So self talk, so that means you speaking to yourself. You never know how important that you is important to yourself. That is why the great person like Swami Vivekananda said, talk to yourself once in a day, otherwise you may miss meeting an excellent person in this world. Look how like how Swami Vivekananda explains us about how important it is to talk to yourself. Correct? And the same thing, the Brené Brown, who is an American professor, says talk to yourself like you would to someone you love. So the famous personalities also they are saying that you need to talk to yourself. So that shows how important is you to yourself. Correct? I mean, I would always say, talking to yourself would be a great way of exercising the communication skills as well. Okay, and as per the study of Bangalore University, it shows that speaking to yourself was found to be a trait of higher cognitive functions. So that means to improve your cognitive functions, even the self talk would definitely help you a lot. Correct? Now, if you now why this self talk is because the self talk, influenced by your subconscious mind, by influencing by your subconscious mind, it reveals your belief system, like what you believe and why you believe it, what makes you to believe it, and your questioning ability, like how, why, what is this. So your questioning ability also improves, so by that even your ideas too, right? Because self talk, it which is directly influenced your subconscious mind, right? And it always makes your subconscious mind to be in active state. Now, if you see in this picture, the self-talk, you could see, a two symbol. One is a plus and the other is a minus. Which plus, which indicates the positive self-talk, and the minus, which indicates the negative self-talk. Right, obviously, right. If you're speaking to yourself, you might speak some positive words or you might speak some negative words. So it all depends like how well you're communicating to yourself, whether you're communicating to yourself in a positive way or whether you're communicating yourself to your to yourself in a negative way. The best example of a person where the whole world hates him, but he always loves himself. I mean, even though the whole world hates him or her, he or she will always love himself or herself. I mean, some kind of a positive vibe which will be always, the circulating within themselves, right? Imagine a negative self talk. Even though the whole world loves him, but he himself or herself hates him or her. I mean, once again, the whole world is pulling into your, pulling a positive energy to yourself, but you yourself giving a negative thoughts or negative vibrations, right? So just imagine a person's all around the world is your enemy, but still the best friend of yourself is you. So that is the power of self-talk, guys. I'm telling you, this self-talk can do wonders. Okay. Now, why do we need this self-talk? As I said, a positive self-talk or a negative self-talk, but generally, why do we need self-talk? No matter how bad the situation is, no matter whatever the circumstances it is, you have two options. One, a big thunderstorm in your head or within yourself, or the peacefulness to maintain the peaceful, you know, uh, the peaceful mentality within yourself, no matter whatever the external, circumstances are. It purely depends on you how you maintain yourself, how you maintain your mental health, right? So, starting, look, guys, one thing I would love to say, there might be people around you who can console you at whatever the circumstances are, or there might be none of them to console yourself, to console you. So finally, it ends up with you yourself has to console you. So whether you're in the worst situation or the best situation, you need to control yourself. No matter whether you have a big thunderstorm within yourself running around, but still, if you can able to maintain the peace within yourself, I think definitely you can able to control yourself in a better way, because controlling your emotions is the best way to your success. I'm telling you for that, sure. Right. Now, a positive self-talk. Now let's just discuss about the positive self-talk. Now you are seeing the picture, right? A person and a image. If you observe in the image of the mirror, he could see, himself well dressed, looking very confident, holding the cup with the number one position. Does it? It seems that he's a self-confident guy. Yes. Look at his self-confidence. Wow. And how he's getting that self-confidence? Because he's been motivated by himself. Now once again, the self-motivation comes into picture, right? And no matter however the stressful life he's leading, but still he has the power to back up, to move on to the desired position. So that means he can cope up with the stress, right? And if he is able to move on to the number one position, so that means he is ready to work through the challenges, right? He's ready to work day and night or whatever the time it takes. He's ready to work through the challenges, correct? The self-esteem is very good, and he's curbing all the negative emotion within himself. So he's controlling the negative emotions, and he's making sure that he's self-confident, and he's making sure that he has got the positive attitude towards his goals. Look at him, guys. The one picture explains everything. If I want to just brief about building confidence, improves attitude, right? Promoting a self, the self motivation, and more importantly the self love, right? The self love is very important, correct? And cope up with the stress through the challenges, work through the challenges, and the increased in self esteem, and has got the power of curbing the negative emotions. Look at this, one picture explains everything. Now imagine the same thing in a negative emotion. No self confidence at all, no attitude towards the life, and more importantly, no self love towards the life, no self motivation, nothing. The life would be nothing, right? So, that is how important that you should love yourself by making a positive thoughts, positive belief about yourself. How? Just by improving your self talk. Okay, so in my next video I'll be we'll be applying the ways to talk to yourself, right? What are the ways to talk to yourself, and how to convert the negative emotion into positive one. Okay, so that which you will be able to implement in your day-to-day life. And I'm just making sure that no these are the very basic things I'll be explaining in you in a very basic and a very easy level. Okay, so that everyone can implement this. So no need of specialization, or like you need some into an, of course if you need any some individual assessment or individual like you need to tell me about yourself more, you can just mention in a comment box, so that I'll be giving you a reply with my email ID. So and you can just directly mail me. Okay, so make sure you're doing it. And your communication part, remember, it's not a practice, it's a part of your day-to-day life. Okay, so please make sure, if you're liking this video, please make sure you like it and you subscribe to my channel, and remember to hit the bell button so that you'll be notified with all my videos, guys. Okay, so please take care of yourself and love yourself. Bye bye.